This summer, the Miners' dugout will be empty. No lineup cards posted on the wall. The Southern Illinois Miners have suspended their season due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The Miners are disappointed that they won't be able to play baseball, but safety comes first. I caught up with manager Mike Pinto to learn the details behind the decision, plus what does the future hold for the Frontier League and the Miners players.
We really wanted to play. We wanted Rent One Park to open. We wanted this to be part of the feeling good part of this summer. But as we looked at that and looked at the safety of our players, we saw major league teams breaking out with COVID in their camps last week. I just can't bring the risk of that into the community. It's, host families that are, that some of which are senior citizens that take players into their homes. I can't put players there. I can't run that risk for them. So as much as I want to play baseball, unfortunately the safety and economic realities come into play and we just can't.
The Miners and the Frontier League looked into all options in an attempt to play baseball.
I think some fans are going to say, why couldn't you have opened? And I understand that. They just don't know what all things would have been involved. First of all, we could have only put 680 people in the ballpark. All the seats that weren't part of that 20%, we would have to take the bottoms off the seat or zip tie them. Our players would have to be put into a bubble for all intents and purposes. We'd have to sequester them somewhere. We would not be able to put them with host families, and that's how we exist. Our players come here, they live with families. We'd have to get 25 hotel rooms. We'd have to get 3 buses from which to travel. Our players would have to be tested every day when they got here and every day before the game for their temperatures. We'd have to test the fans when they walked in. There'd be no concessions. The list really goes on, and we really wanted to play baseball.
Another obstacle was that there was no way to get the international players on the Miners roster back into the country.
Could have replaced them, but our players are family for us. And, I'll look at particularly the international players I'm very close to. There are guys from Venezuela and Nicaragua and Curacao and who I care for as people. And they're not going to get a chance to play this year. I don't know what the option is going to be. So these are hard conversations to have with everybody.
No 2020 season. So what does that mean for the future of the Frontier League?
The plans right now are, the technicality of this, we have suspended the season. There are some teams that are going to try to play in areas that are more open than we are. And I'm simply going to, if players want to go there, I'm going to lend the player to them, but they would come back to us in 2021. So, right now, everybody's plans are, we have to suck it up this year and, rebuild everything for next year. We have kept some of our full-time staff on specifically so we can begin planning for a 2021 season. But there are so many things out there right now. Major League Baseball is contracting minor league teams. We're not sure yet how that could affect us, a possible expansion. So right now it'll be a wait and see game, over the course of the summer. But like I said, I was really excited about this group of players I had. And there were a lot of really good players released by minor league teams over the last 30 to 45 days that would look really good in a Miners uniform in 21.
Some of the league's teams are not ready to give up on the season.
The Frontier League is not going to operate a championship season. There are a few places, Washington and Pennsylvania, where their gathering restrictions are different. Their social distancing is different. They're trying to put an option together of having a group of teams play just at their location, would have no travel. I know Joliet announced that they're going to try to do something similar.
A big thank you to Miners manager Mike Pinto for taking time to give us the details behind a very tough decision. That's your sports for tonight. Reporting from Marion, Jason Hurst, News 3 Sports, and we'll be right back with a final look at weather.